Yeah, but so much fun. Welcome back to Brandon. Let's get right into it. So, it is confirmed. Khabib recently said in an interview, I don't want to look up the interview, bro. Just trust me, where my word is born. Khabib pretty much said it's confirmed. Islam accepted a fight. I'm not sure if he said it with his injury. Pretty sure Khabib said it with his injury. So, I'm not sure if Islam got his surgery or not. I don't think he did. Again, we're gonna know more about that, obviously, but I think he did. But anyways, it's confirmed. Khabib said Islam accepted a fight for January UFC 311. Again, they don't want to say the date or the place. They want the UFC to announce that, but I'm pretty sure we can guess where Islam is going to fight. You know, when Khabib confirmed it, the brother, he fight January, brother. I don't know location, brother. I let UFC say that. Brother. UFC say, not me. I know he fights January. And I'm like, Khabib, bro, where else he going to fight? like obviously, he's not always going to fight in Saudi. Obviously, not. He literally just fought in Jersey. Shout out to Islam for fighting there. But don't forget, they're going to Abu Dhabi, right? They're going to Abu Dhabi for UFC 308, and it was rumored that they want to do like the UFC and they want to do a big UFC Saudi event. Remember, that was a rumor around May. They want to do a big Saudi event, and it was rumored that it was going to be 311. That's where they go do it. Like, they go stack the card, pretty much what they do for boxing. If you don't know, in boxing, they do Riyadh season in Saudi. You know, Saudi with Prince Turkish. They go in. They pay boxers a hell of money. They stack the card, a lot of good cards, and they make it, you know, Riyadh season, and they stack the card with hella good fights. I think that's what they're going to do in UFC. Because again, we saw Prince Turkish and Dana hanging out with each other, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Saudi is going to do a big event with Islam versus Arman. Obviously, that's the next fight. We all know that's the next fight, right? Arman beat Charles Oliveira. That was the fucking title contender or title eliminator. We all know who would have won that fight. Would have faced Islam next. There's nobody else in the top 5. Islam pretty much cleared his whole division. He already beat Arman. The only person he didn't beat in the top 5 is Dan Hooker. No, he did beat Dan Hooker. What am I saying? He did beat Dan Hooker. No, who was it? I'm being casual, man. There was one person who didn't beat. Was it Dan Hooker? No. Because I saw a fucking picture of, forget it. He pretty much cleared his division. He just didn't beat one guy. I forgot who he was. But again, this is a good rematch. This Arman is probably his greatest chance. But I think Islam was winning this fight. I thought Arman was going to be the closest thing to be Islam. But after that performance, yes, that wasn't robbery. Arman did beat Charles. But he doesn't really have anything for Islam to be scared of. Yes, the first fight when they first fought together was a good entertaining fight, was a close fight. That's pretty much what earned Arman his chance in the UFC. But it was Arman again. So if you're gonna say, oh, Arman's gonna easily win this, I mean Islam's gonna easily win this, I don't think so. Because again, Arman, his first fight with him came off 2 weeks, and that was his UFC debut. Okay, pretty much no training camp for him, and boom, got in there and tried to win. It was 5 the night and didn't win. So here he's gonna have a full training camp, right? He's going nowhere. It's in January, so he got a multiple month training camp. He's going to know what's going to happen. But again, I think Islam's going to win this. Islam has a better striking, so I could see this Islam winning by TKO. I don't want to see excuse me. I don't see Arman choking him out, because Arman do have a good ground game, great jiu-jitsu and wrestling, but I think Islam is going to be better than that. I think Islam is just going to be too strong for Arman, and I think Islam's going to TKO him. And again, it's going to be a close fight. I'm not going to say it's going to be domination, but I should think Islam is going to wipe his whole fucking... The only challenge he's going to face is when he reached 170, which I think he will. Hopefully, when he goes to 170, Belo's not a champion. It's not because I don't like Belo, because they're in the same training camp, and Islam said he don't want to fight Belo. So hopefully by the time Islam comes to 170, Belal's not the champion. Maybe it's Shavkat or JDM or someone else. Or here in Gary, imagine that. But when Islam comes to 170, that's where I think he's gonna face his truest challenge. That's where I think he's gonna face his toughest opponents. Because if Islam faces Arman, beats Arman, I think that's a wrap. I think Arman is the only person close, like not the closest, but the hardest challenge he has left in 155. And if he doesn't beat Arman, if he does beat Arman, then I don't think there's nobody left. He pretty much cleared his division. The only person he hasn't been a top 5, remember, is Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje just got absolutely pounced by Max. You could do a Max fight. That'd be interesting. Double champion. But Max first needs to fight Ilya. And is Max going to beat Ilya? I'm not sure. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he won't. But that's a tough fight. So, in my opinion, I think Islam's going to beat Arman. Then Islam's going to move up to 170. Go for double champion. He's going to stay there. Hopefully wins. Him versus Shavkat would be a great fight. 100% will sell hella pay-per-view. That'd be a close fight. That'd be a 50-50 fight. And I think that's where he's going to stay, because that's going to be all his toughest opponent, toughest challenge. So yeah. And let's talk about the event. 311. It's going to be stacked. This card is going to be stacked. It's going to rival 303. Could be the stackest card of 2025. They're going to start 2025 with a bang. We could see fights we could see in this card. I'm not sure, right? Because it's going to be a Saudi card, so you're going to have big names. You could see 2 titles. You can see Islam in the main event and another title defend. You could honestly, this could be where Belal defends his title against Shavkat. I could see that too, because this would be a great idea. Like, because if Shavkat wins, he could call out Islam, because that's going to be Islam's next journey. Because if Shavkat does beat Belal, that's a great fight. And by January, I think Belal and Shavkat's going to be, I think that you could fight there, because that's July. They fall memory. Belal won in July, so July 25th, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's pretty much almost 6 months. You could fight in January, bro, because there's rumor that they will go fight in December. Yeah, either fight December or January. That's where I'll accept it, right? But you could have someone else fight in December, because that's December card. It's still a question mark, because we don't know who's going to main event that card. Because again, you could have DDP versus what's his name? You could have DDP versus Sean Strickland in that card, or Alex Pereira if he wins. That's a great main event for Las Vegas. This is Las Vegas. They don't want to stack it, but they want a good main event to at least sell a lot. So Alex versus DDP could be a fight that happens if Alex wins, or DDP versus Sean Strickland. Because you can see, like, if we count all of the champions right now, right? Because we have 125, Pandosha, he's the question mark. Him being a Saudi card is just a question mark. Maybe he fights February, I feel like. Then you have 135. You could have some Merab versus Omar there. I totally forgot about that. Shit, you have many options. Actually, you have many options, right? Because then 145 up, they're all booked. You got 145 Max Holloway. That's going to be too soon. You got 155 Islam, 311, 170. That's what I'm saying. 170, 185. Like, you have some options, actually. You honestly could have some options there. You either have Omar versus Merab in December, or most likely, in my opinion, now I'm thinking about it, you have Omar versus Merab and Islam versus Arman, 311 in Saudi Arabia. So you have double champions, main event and co-main event, that fucking event, because Saudi's paying big bucks, and Omar and Islam's gonna have the home favorites, and we all know that's their next fights, and that's enough time for Merab to recover. He barely didn't took any damage, and that's like 5 months away. Yeah, I think that's what gonna happen. And for December, I think that's where we're gonna have Belal versus Shavkat, because again, Belal, that will be 5 months after. Belal could easily fight in that month. Yeah, I think that's what's going to have. You're going to have main event, 310. Yeah, so this is my prediction for main event and co-main event. So main event for 310 in Las Vegas will be Belal versus Shavkat. They're both going to have, that's more than enough time to recover and go training camp. Then for 311, since it's already confirmed by Khabib, it's going to be main event Islam versus Arman for champion. But since it's a Saudi card, because it's rumored it's going to be a big Saudi card, co-main event is going to have another title fight. It's going to be Umar versus Murad. And that's 2 great back-to-back cards. Yeah. I can't wait for them cards. I think, well, I may be right, bro. If I'm right, I know how to do it. I know how to do matchmaking. Hey, orders bon salud, maricones. So, like I said, let me know what you think. I think that's going to be the card of the year. Saudi Arabia, it's going to be a big card. I don't know what else you put in there. Maybe you put the Nick Diaz fight. Maybe you put Nick versus Tony Ferguson as the prelim fight, the main event prelim fight. You can put a lot of fights there, right? You can put a lot of good fights there. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Honestly, that's another fight, honestly. Nick Diaz versus Tony Ferguson in Saudi Arabia will be a great fight. And yeah, let's see what happens. See you guys later. Peace.